Welcome to the digital learning platform Sri Guru Sudhindra College, Bhatkar. Course BCom Second Sem. Subject Financial Accounting. Topic Hire Purchase System. Hire purchase means the acquisition of an asset, agreeing to pay the cash price and interest by way of installments. So it is a method wherein the purchaser is allowed to make the purchase of an asset or any goods by making the payment over a period of time. He is not required to make the entire payment at once when he is purchasing, but his payment of the asset is deferred over a period of time. So some of the terms which are used in hire purchase transactions are hire purchaser. Hire purchaser is the person who is purchasing the goods under hire purchase system. Next one, hire vendor. He is the seller who is selling the goods under the hire purchase system. Cash price. Cash price means the cost of the asset which is sold and purchased under the hire purchase system. The fourth one, down payment. Down payment means the advance which is paid by the hire purchaser to the hire vendor at the time of entering into the hire purchase agreement. Next one is hire purchase price. Hire purchase price is the total cost of hire purchase arrangement. It will include the cash price of the asset plus the interest which is charged to the hire purchaser. Since it is like a credit facility which is given to the purchaser, interest will be charged by the seller to the purchaser. So hire purchase price is the total cost of hire purchase arrangement. And the last one, hire purchase charges. Here the interest which is charged to the hire purchaser, it is called as the hire purchase charges. Features of hire purchase transaction: possession and ownership of goods. In hire purchase transaction, the possession of the goods is immediately transferred to the purchaser on entering into the hire purchase agreement. So he is given the possession of the goods and he gets the right to use the asset. But ownership of the goods remains with the hire vendor. Ownership will be transferred to the hire purchaser only when he makes the payment of last installment. Next one, right to return the goods. The hire purchaser who is there, he has the right to return the goods back to the hire vendor. Suppose he is not able to make the payment of the installments, the balance installments remaining, or if he does not need the asset, he can cancel the agreement and he can return the asset back to the hire vendor. Next one is responsibility of risk of loss. Here, since the ownership of the asset remains with the hire vendor, the risk of loss associated with the asset remains with the hire vendor. So he is responsible for any risk associated with the asset. And the last one, hire purchase price to be paid. The hire purchaser who is there, he is responsible to make the payment of hire purchase price. So here hire purchase price will include the cash price of the asset, and along with that it will also include interest to be paid by the purchaser. Next topic is calculation of interest. Calculation of interest is divided into two methods. The two important methods we will be studying over here. The first one, when both the cash price and rate of interest is given. And the second one, when cash price is given but rate of interest is not given. We'll look at the first one. In this type of questions, the question will be providing all the informations like cash price of the asset, the amount of installments, number of installments, the rate of interest which is charged. All the informations are provided in the question. So these type, under this type there is it is divided into two more types, wherein in the first one interest is included in the installments, and in the second one interest is not included in the installments. We look at the first one, when interest is included in the installments. Here the installment amount which is given in the question, it will include a portion of cash price and also it will include a portion of interest. So here installment is equal to cash price plus interest. We'll have a look at small example. In this example, cash price of the asset is given 3,720. Advance amount is given 1,000 and the balance is payable in 3 equal annual installments of rupees 1,000 each, and the interest charged is at 5% per annum. So in this question you can see all the informations are provided in the question. We look at the solution now. We have to prepare hire purchase chart. To begin with, we will begin with the cash price of the asset. Cash price of the asset is given in the question 3,720. So the cost of the asset is 3,720. Out of this total cost of the asset, the purchaser has paid an advance. So the advance amount has to be deducted from the cash price of the asset, less advance which is paid on 1st January 2010. So 1,000 is the advance paid. We are deducting it. So in the same year, we are not paying any interest because we are paying an advance. On the advance amount, we are not required to pay any interest. Interest is not calculated. So the cash price paid is rupees 1,000. So the balance remaining 3,720 minus 1,000 advance, 2,720. At the end of the first year, first installment is paid of rupees 1,000. We know that in this installment it includes the cash price and also the interest amount. So we will deduct the interest amount from the installment, less interest at 5%. So we will calculate interest on which one now? The balance of cash price remaining. 3,720 was the original cost of the asset, out of which 1,000 has been paid. So the remaining unpaid balance is 2,720. On this amount we need to calculate the interest. It comes to 136. 1,000 is the installment amount minus 136. We get the cash price, the portion of cash price which is included in the first installment, 864. So at the end of the first year, we have paid an interest of 136, cash price of 864. So the balance which is remaining 2,720 minus 864, balance remaining is 1,856. Now at the end of the second year, second installment is paid rupees 1,000. From this one also we will deduct interest on the unpaid balance. It comes to 93. 1,000 minus 93, the cash price which is paid 907. So in this year we have paid interest of 93, cash price of 907. So balance remaining is 1,856 minus 907, 949 is the balance remaining. Now third installment, that is of the last year, 1,000. For the last year, interest will be calculated as a difference between installment amount and the balance of cash price remaining. So 1,000 minus 949, interest amount comes to 51. So the cash price paid is 949. So in the last year, here we are entering the details. Interest 51, cash price 949. Now to look at the balance remaining, 949 minus 949, nil. So we don't have to make any further payments. Entire cash price of the asset has been paid. Total interest paid 280. Total cash price paid 3,720. So it is equal to the cash price which was given to us in the question. This same information can also be calculated with the help of a table. In this way we can calculate the interest again. So on the table, above the table we will write the cash price 3,720. Date columns, advance and installment paid, interest, principal and balance of cash price. On 1st January 2010, purchaser has paid an advance. When advance is paid, we will not calculate any interest. So the principal amount paid, the same amount of advance 1000. Now balance of cash price remaining 3,720 minus 1000 paid. So balance remaining is 2,720. At the end of the first year, installment of 1000 is paid, which includes interest and principal. So we have to calculate interest now. How will we calculate interest? On the balance of cash price. 5% on 2,720 comes to 136. So installment amount 1000 minus interest 136, we will get the principal amount 864. And now the balance of cash price remaining is 2,720 minus 864. So the current year's balance remaining is 1,856. Again, in the same way we will calculate it for the next year. At the end of second year, installment of 1000 is paid. We have to calculate the interest on the balance remaining. So 5% on the balance of cash price comes to 93. Principal amount we will get by 1000 minus interest amount, we get the principal amount. Balance of cash price we will get by deducting the principal amount from previous year's balance. So we get 949. In the last year, again installment of 1000 is paid. Now we have to calculate interest. So for the last year, we will calculate interest as a difference between installment amount minus balance of cash price. So interest comes to 51, principal is 949. So the balance of cash price now remaining is nil. So total advance and installment paid 4,000. It is your higher purchase price, which is equal to interest of 280 plus principal of 3,720. This was the first method wherein interest was included in the installments. We'll look at the second one where interest is not included in the installments. So the installment amounts which are given in the question, it represents the principal amount or the cash price which is paid. It is not including any interest in the installment. So interest will be calculated separately, added to the installment amount, and then total payment will be made. So in this example over here, cash price is given 4,000, advance amount given 1,000. Then the balance is paid in 3 equal annual installments of rupees 1,000 each. And interest is also calculated at 5% per annum. We look at the hire purchase chart. Here, again we begin with the cash price of the asset given 4,000. 4,000 is the total cash price. So purchaser has paid an advance of rupees 1,000 which has to be deducted. So 4,000 minus 1,000, the balance remaining is 3,000. When the advance is paid, we are not calculating any interest. So interest is not there. In principal column, we will write the amount of advance which is paid. So total payment made rupees 1,000. Next, when the first installment is paid, we are given first installment as rupees 1,000. Now here we know that installment does not include the interest amount. So here when we are calculating interest, we will not deduct it, but we will add it to see what is the total payment to be made by the purchaser to the vendor. So here we are adding the interest. In the previous one, when interest was included, we were deducting the interest, But here when interest is not included in installments, we will add the interest. Interest at 5% on balance of cash price. It comes to 150. So total we are writing 1150. What is the amount of cash price paid? I said installment includes only the cash price. So entire installment amount to be written over here 1000. What is the interest we calculated? 150. Principal amount paid, the same amount 1000. So total payment 150 plus 1000, 1150. Now the balance remaining 3000 minus 1000, balance remaining is 2000. End of second year, second installment is paid, again rupees 1000. Here also we will add the interest at 5% on 2000, which comes to rupees 100. So total 1100. Cash price paid, the installment amount 1000. Interest we have calculated 100. So the principal amount is 1000. Total payment, interest plus principal 1100. In the last year, third installment is paid rupees 1000. Here also we have to add the interest at 5% on 1000. Comes to 50, total 1050. So cash price paid is amount of installment 1000, interest we have calculated 50, and the principal amount 1000. Total 1050. So now the cash price balance remaining is nil, means the entire cash price of asset has been paid. Total interest paid is 300. Total principal paid 4000. See, 4000 is the cash price which was given in the question. So the total payment made is 300 plus 400, 4300. So this is the higher purchase price in the transaction. So this same information can be shown in the form of table also. Same type of table which we used in the previous method. We will show the cash price on the top of the table. Write down the dates which are given in the question. So 1st January 2010, 31st December 2010, 2011 and 2012. In this method wherein interest is not included in installments, first you will write down all the principal amounts. Write down the principal amounts. Installment will be calculated later on. So first write down all the principal amount. So the total over here is 4000. In the beginning of the year, advance has been paid of rupees 1000. When advance is paid, we are not paying any interest. So the installment amount is 1000. The advance amount 1000. Balance remaining 4000 minus 1000. The balance remaining is 3000. At the end of the first year, when first installment is paid, the first installment amount includes the cash price of 1000. We also have to calculate the interest over here. So we will calculate 5% interest on 3000, which comes to 150. So the total amount to be paid, the total installment amount will be principal 1000 plus 150 interest. So total amount is 1150. So we are going backward from this. 1000 plus 150, 1150. Balance remaining 3000 minus 1000. 2000 is the balance of cash price. Next, at the end of second year, we have written this amount 1000. We need to calculate the interest. Interest will be calculated on the balance of cash price, that is 2000. 5% comes to 100. Now the installment amount will be principal plus interest, that is 1100. So balance of cash price will be 2000 minus 1000, remaining 1000. Last year Last installment is paid 1000. Interest has to be calculated on 1000. Rupees 50 is the interest. So principal plus interest, we will get total installment amount 1050. Balance remaining 1000 minus 1000 nil. So total cash price has been paid. Total advance and installment 4300. Interest is 300. Principal 4000. So here this is your hire purchase price, which is equal to interest plus principal amount. The second method, wherein cash price will be given to us in the question but rate of interest is not given. So we'll have the informations regarding the cash price, the installments, but rate of interest which is there will not be given in the question. So we'll have a look at one simple example. In this question it is said that cash price of the asset is rupees 720 and it is payable in 4 equal installments of rupees 200 each. So we'll have to calculate the interest now. We'll begin with the calculation of total interest. I had said that hire purchase price is equal to cash price plus interest. We have two information over here. We have hire purchase price. We have the information on cash price. Using these two information, we will get the total interest paid. So hire purchase price, we are given that 4 installments are paid of rupees 200 each. So total hire purchase price comes to 800. From that we have to deduct the cash price given in the question 720. So the balance which remains is the amount of total interest. Total interest, that is the interest which is paid for all the 4 years. Now this is the total interest. We'll have to find how much interest is paid at the end of each year. For that we will use the table over here. Date. In this question we are not given the advance amount, so we are not writing the advance. We directly begin with the end of the year when installment is to be paid. So we have the columns of date, advance or installment which are paid, outstanding installments, ratio of outstanding installments, interest and principal. The installments amount to be paid, it is said that 200 is paid for 4 years. So we can write down for all the years 200, 200, 200 and 200. For all the years we are writing down the amount of installment. Now outstanding installments. Suppose the installment is not paid, then in the first year what will be the outstanding installment? 800. I am saying if installment is not paid, what will be the outstanding installment? 800. Then if the installment is paid in the first year, the balance that will remain is 600 in the second year. So outstanding installment in the second year will be 600. Then suppose second year's installment is paid, the balance which will remain in the next year will be 400. And when the installment is paid for the last year, the balance remaining or the outstanding installment will be 200. We are just preparing this outstanding installments column just to get the ratios. So just assume that in the beginning installment is not paid, so outstanding will be 800. 800 minus first year's installment will get 600, minus 200 again 400, minus 200 will get the last 200. So this column is prepared so that we can get the ratio of outstanding installments. All these numbers are divisible by 2, so we get these ratios 4, 3, 2 and 1. Total of ratio is 10. Now coming to the interest column, we know the total interest rupees 80. So for the first year we will get the interest by, so we'll take total interest 80, multiply it with the outstanding installment ratio of the first year 4 divided by total ratio. So the interest in the first year is rupees 32. In the second year, again total interest of rupees 80 multiplied by the current year's ratio divided by total ratio. It comes to 24. In the same way, remaining interest for the remaining years will be calculated. So the total interest is rupees 80. Next, we need to calculate the principal amounts. How do we get the principal amount? Installment 200 minus interest 32, we get first year's principal 168. For the second year also 200 minus 24, 176. So we'll get the principal for remaining years also in the same way. Total principal amount paid rupees 720, and this 720 was given in the question to us. So 720 principal amount, that is your cash price, plus interest amount of 80, we get the total amount of installments and advance paid. So this is your hire purchase price, which is equal to interest plus principal. Till now we have checked the calculation of interest. Next one is calculation of cash price. In some questions we might be given the all informations like installments amounts, the rate of interest, the number of installments, everything will be given, all the information will be given, but the cash price of the asset will not be given in the question. At that time we will have to find the cash price, which is done using the working backward method. So over here, when we have to find the cash price, we begin with the last installment. We'll look at one example over here. See here in this question, we are given that advance of 1000 is payable on signing the contract. Rate of interest is given 5% and 3 installments are given. But the cash price of the asset is not given in the question. So here we will have to find the cash price. So we begin with the backward method. For that we'll use this equation. See here, interest is calculated always on the cash price. So always cash price to be taken at 100%. Interest given in the question 5%. So percentage of installment will be 105. So here we are beginning with third installment of rupees 1050, which is paid on 31st December 2012. So we take the installment amount, multiply it with rate of percentage given, the rate of interest given 5%, divide it with installment percent of 105. So installment 1050 multiplied by 5% interest rate divided by 105, that is installment percent. So we get interest of rupees 50. If interest is 50, how much will be the cash price or the principal amount? Installment minus interest, we get the principal amount rupees 1000. So same calculation to be used for remaining years. We begin with the third year. Next we go on to the second installment. Second installment is given of rupees 1000. But we will not directly calculate interest on 1100. We have to calculate the interest on gross amount. Which is the gross amount now? The second year's installment 1100 plus principal amount of third year's installment. So third year's principal amount is 1000. 1100 second installment plus 1000 of third year's installment principal amount, we get 2100. On this total amount, interest has to be calculated. 5% interest rate divided by 105. So the interest over here is rupees 100. So principal will be installment amount 1100 minus interest 100, we get principal of rupees 1000. We have done with third year, second year. Next, first year's installment. First year's installment amount 1150. We will not directly calculate interest on this amount. We will calculate the interest on the gross amount. So 1150 installment amount plus principal of second year plus principal of third year. So 3150 into 5% interest rate divided by 105. So it comes to rupees 150. So your principal amount is 1000. So total interest is 50 plus 100 plus 150, 300 is the total interest. So total cash price is 1000, 1000 and 1000. That is cash price of principal of third year, second year and first year, plus we will also have to add the advance amount which is given in the question. So total cash price is 4000. This is the calculation. This is the way in which we will calculate the cash price of the asset. This same information which we have calculated can be shown in the form of table also. We'll just transfer the information which is collected into this table. Write down the years first, which is shown in the backward form, means starting from last year to the beginning of first year. So it is going in the opposite direction. The installments and advance amount given in the question: the last year's installment 1050, second year 1100, first year 1150 and advance rupees 1000. Total 4300. Interest amounts we calculated over here: last year's 50, second year's 100 and first year's 150. Your interest is not there as this is the advance amount. Principal amounts for all the years it is 1000. We are writing 1000 and then we'll get the balance of cash price. Total over here 4000. 4000 minus 1000 remaining is 3000. 3000 minus 1000 balance remaining 2000. Again 2000 minus 1000 balance remaining 1000 and here the last year's balance is nil. Thank you.